Welcome to SLS Impact Room, where every conversation creates impact. You already know the difference between easy and right, between hoping and giving up, between fear and faith. But knowing isn't the same as doing. In this episode, we step into the room where your decision creates real impact on your life, your relationships, and the people around you. No script, no easy answers, just real questions about integrity, trust, and what you choose when no one is watching. When the right choice is hard and the wrong choice is easy, or a lie could benefit you, do you choose integrity or self-interest? Secondly, when you face uncertainty, whether trusting someone who lets you down, making a big decision, or hoping things will improve, do you act from fear or from hope? And with me is a special guest who will introduce herself.
Hello, my name is Nabuchi Obianuju. As regards your question, you say when I know the right thing to do is hard, but the wrong thing is easy. I rather choose to do the right thing, though it is hard, than doing the wrong thing because it is easy. Because of my conscience, I might do the wrong thing that seems easy, but my conscience will continue to haunt me. But if I know it's the right thing, but it's hard, I'd rather go through that hard way to do the right thing than going through the easy way to do the wrong thing. I want to give an example from the biblical story of how God took the Israelites what would have been an 11 days journey from the land of Philistine when they came out of Egypt to Canaan land. But he rather chose to take them through the journey through the wilderness. That was harder, that was longer. But at the end of the day, it paid off, because if they have taken the easy way to go to the land of through the land of the Philistines to Canaan land, which God promised them, by the time they see the worst, they will return back to Egypt. There's no two ways about it. But because they took the hard journey, God trained them along the way. It is the hard way, but it is better they took the hard way. Maybe we wouldn't have been hearing of Israel today. But because of doing the right thing, we are still hearing of Israel today. And that can tell us that by that hard way, not easy way, we are still hearing of Israel. No nation can withstand them in battle. No nation from the biblical times, even in our own times, no nation can withstand the Israelites in any war, because God trained them through the hard way, despite the easier way was there. But they choose to train them. The same thing in our lives. It can be applied in our lives. That shortcut might not be short. Some shortcuts are not short. It might end up taking you on a longer journey in life. But rather choose the right thing, though it is hard, than choosing the wrong thing because it is easier. Like I said earlier, conscience is one of the things that everybody has. You can't wish it away. You can't deny it. No matter whether it is done in the open, whether it's done in the secret. One thing is that every woman has a conscience. So because of my conscience, because I have connection, I have the money, then I will lie to save myself out of the trouble. So I rather choose to be truthful, to be honest, than choosing lies in order to come out of a trouble. Like there is a saying, there's nothing you can do against the truth, But for the truth is not hidden. It is bare. There is a saying that karma is real. So don't think that, oh, because you have money to bail you out of that situation, then you lie over it. What of your conscience? What of the people you lied against? What of, your life, your future? It has a way of catching up with you. Whatever you sow, you will reap. If you sow good, you will reap good. If you sow evil, evil is waiting for you in one way or the other. Definitely. So it's better I remain honest and not being dishonest in order to come out of a trouble. So I rather, because of my conscience, I'll be very, very free with my conscience than being dishonest, lying myself out of the trouble. But is your conscience going to be free? No, it's not going to be free. You are still going to be in the bondage of that, guilt of being dishonest in order to come out of a trouble. Thank you very much. Okay, where someone let me down, betrayed me, whether I choose to stay guarded or still trust them or the person, I rather stay guarded because betrayal is not easy to handle. Because most times the betrayals comes from people, the distrust come from people you never expected or people very close to you. So betrayal is not something you toy with when it comes. I rather stay guarded so that it will not repeat itself again, because the first one wasn't easy for me to come out. Then how much more giving more opportunities for such betrayals or betrayal to happen again. So I rather stay guarded. I will forgive. I will give another opportunity than just closing up, anything about them. I will give more opportunities, but I rather be guarded so that the ugly situation of betrayal will not repeat itself again in my life or between me and them or between I and whosoever. So I rather stay guarded than to give another opportunity for another, situation like that to happen again, because the first one might be easy for you to handle, for me to handle. But the second time, it might not be easier for me to come out of it. So I rather stay guarded for such things not to repeat itself again. Thank you very much. Okay, when I have a big decision to make, like leaving a job or staying in a relationship, do I choose based on fear or based on hope? I want to say that if the situation is not life-threatening, I think I should choose hope rather than fear, because fear has never solved any issues. Fear can never solve any situation. So when you entertain fear in any issue, it compounds the problem. It compounds the situation because you have entertained fear. But when you choose hope, when it is not life-threatening, I choose hope, knowing fully well that things can change, things can turn around, there can be a new, channel that open for that, job to be bettered. I can have hope that, oh, the company, the job, the business, there's going to be a turnaround, because I believe that bad times doesn't last forever. So there is hope when it is not life-threatening. I choose hope rather than fear. But if it is life-threatening, I don't even choose fear. I choose to escape with my life first before I think of, what to do. Again, life has no duplicate. For me to stay in a threatening relationship, or a life-threatening job, no. I choose life than hope and fear. I choose to come out of it. So I rather choose hope when there's, room for me to improve, or the company to improve, the job to improve on some areas. But when there's no, you know, room for me to hope on, when it is life threatening, I rather quit. I rather leave. But when I feel that, it is not life threatening, I will give room for improvements in that job or business. But if it's life threatening, I will choose to quit with that job or relationship, because life has no duplicates. It's just one life we have. And for you to live it, well, don't get into any relationship that is life threatening. Save your life first, then you can talk of the relationship where you are alive. Well, thank you very much. Yes, I can choose to keep hoping that things will get better than choose to just give up. What makes me choose hope when nothing is certain is that, like, in the life of human beings can change. And that is where hope comes in. That there's amendments, there's a change. But when there's no change, when you're expecting, you're hoping there's going to be a change, no matter what you are doing for it to, for it to be a change, and you are not seeing the change, the next thing to think of is to give up. But if it is in a relationship, if it is, getting, like changes are coming into it, for what you're seeing that are bringing issues into it, then there's need for you to hope. But when there is a change and it is life-threatening, I rather choose to give up than to hold on to that relationship, to that job, to anything that is life-threatening, because I I can't get my life back when it's no more there. But when I still am alive, I can still be alive to get another thing, to be into another relationship, to get a new job, to get something, business, maybe another business, than to, hold on to it, and at the end of the day, it takes the person's life. So if there is a need for hope, then I hope. If there's need to give up, I give up, because it's life threatening. But if it's not life threatening, I will still hold on. I still hope, because hope at times, helps. Hope at the end pays. It's not everything that you see you give up on. Business is not doing where you give up. Your job will not do where you give up. No. At times you hope that it's going to get better. And definitely, many times, having hope in a thing always pays off. But when it's life threatening, no, I don't think I will have the patience, to hold on or to still hope on such a situation that is life threatening. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the amazing answers. Really happy to have you here. And to our listeners, remember, the choice between the hard right and the easy wrong doesn't end when the mic turns off. It lives in the lie you don't tell, the trust you dare to give again, and the hope you hold onto when nothing is certain. Thanks for being here. Share this episode with someone who's standing at the crossroads. And don't forget, impact isn't what happens to you, it's what you choose next. We will leave the light on for you in the SLS Impact Room. Until next time, stay impactful as always.